Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Mike Jacobson. This is a relatively new channel. I got laid off from my job last month, so I figured I'd give YouTube a go. This channel will be a cultivation of everything I've learned while recording with my band Modern Daybreak and other projects over the last few years in this space. I never really planned on becoming an expert at electronic drums, or recording with them for that matter. I actually used to record real drums down here, but this being a townhouse, the neighbors eventually got kind of pissed off, so we had to pivot. So yeah, eventually I found this kit used on Reverb, and the rest is history. Right out of the gate, it was an outstanding practice tool. We use it to rehearse with lots of bands down here, both original and cover. And actually at this point, I prefer band practice with that electric kit over the acoustic. Even if the acoustic is an option, I think I'd rather practice with that. It's just so much nicer on your ears and to be able to communicate with your bandmates without shouting. So yeah, outstanding for that purpose. Well, it did start out as a rehearsal tool. We started recording our rehearsals just to see how they would sound, and we wanted to hear ourselves. We were surprised at how good the sound and recording came out. It made us want to see if we could produce quality tracks at home. Actually, we were able to. So over the years, we've dialed in a unique workflow that produces recordings I'm personally very proud of. I like to tell people it's an old school approach utilizing modern technology. The module itself serves as a 28-channel interface complete with room and overhead mic simulations, as well as providing each drum in isolation. I combine the drum module with a few audio interfaces. I have a claret and a zoom, and I make an aggregate interface within my computer. This allows us to record the guitars, bass, keys, scratch vocals, and drums all simultaneously live. Since the vocal tracks will be overdubbed later, our singer often will provide cues to the band, which makes it really easy. Since all the final tracks during the Bones recordings are DI, we record out loud over my PA system. It's very unconventional, but like I said, we didn't plan to do it this way. It just started to work out. It's very liberating and comfortable to record without headphones on, I will say. It just feels like a typical band rehearsal, and it's really relaxing. Would recommend trying it at least. Like I said before, our band primarily records the foundations, or the bones as we say, together as a unit. And this is the most collaborative process I've ever utilized recording music. Instead of one person recording at a time like I've done in the past, it's so nice to be all in the room performing together. Now I will say it does take time to flesh out the song and the arrangement on the front end, but the final recording, it's in a very efficient process, and it usually only takes us a couple takes, 2 or 3. While we occasionally do utilize a click track when the song calls for it, the majority of our music is done off the grid. We just let it rip. I'm not saying it's better or worse to do it this way, but it works well for us and we're happy with it, and I think that's all that matters in the end. During the writing and arrangement sessions, I will flip through the Roland stock kits and pick the one that kind of fits the song, and then I will make a copy of it, but then start tweaking it to taste. Since I have everyone in the room with me, I could kind of make decisions about the tuning, the muffling, the head type, and try to find a kit that fits the song and blends in well. I'm probably one of the rare people that I've seen on YouTube that actually uses the Roland stock kits for anything serious, but I've had no reason to use VSTs. I have nothing against it, VSTs and MIDI. I just feel like it could kind of cause some decision fatigue later in the project, and I'd rather just decide what I'm going to sound like up front, but that's just how I like to roll. Like I said, I'm not saying this is the only way or the right way, it's just what works for us. So once we have a solid foundation, we do then punch in any minor mistakes that need to be fixed at the beginning while we have the gain level set and everything. And then we will go over to overdubs. If we do record with DI instruments, we will continue to record out loud over the PA. But if there's anything with the mic, an acoustic instrument, acoustic guitar, bongos, percussion, that's when we turn the PA off and put on headphones and record the normal way. We're a big fan of, for backup vocals, we will do all the backup vocalists at the same time because a lot of the guys in my band met in a choir in college, so they're very used to singing together. So we like to use an omnidirectional condenser mic to record the vocals, and we've had good luck with that. If you are interested in our recording workflow, please check out the Modern Daybreak album, Sound of Nothing. Every song on there is using that kit right there. I think some of the best tracks are the ones that are more blatantly electronic sounding. Although, like a song like Splendor, I believe is a really nice acoustic kit sound. So yeah, there's a wide variety in there. Every song is a different sound, which I think is really cool. You wouldn't be able to do that with acoustic drums unless you had a shit ton of money. So that's another perk for this kind of drum kit. I know I could go on and on about the various stages of our process, but let me know in the comments if there's anything particular you want me to discuss in the future. If you made it this far, thanks a ton for watching my first video. I hope I could help your DIY recording utilizing electric drums. Thanks.
mind. The broken clock was right on time, with all the poison I could buy. Run home now, you're already lost. Move quick now, like a flame to a moth. A flame to a moth. Growth underfoot out of my mind. With broken roots I find my line. Handful of mushrooms undefined. Those glowing eyes are warning mine. But run home now, you're already lost. Move quick now, like a flame to a moth. A flame to a moth. Don't cross the bridge alone at night. Don't let the red eyes out of sight. Speak now, you're almost out of time.